Good evening and welcome to Irish Sports World. And it's the 26th of January, Friday, the 26th of January. And just a quick rundown on what's happening. Just on the soccer tonight. I spotted a few FA Cup games, and the main one was City playing down in London against Spurs, and the one with the last minute goal. And the major news during the week has been that Jurgen Klopp has decided to resign at the end of the season to walk out of Liverpool, he's been interesting as a manager. What always strikes me about him is how white his teeth are. So it's a warning to everybody that you can't overdo it because they look slightly unnatural. But as I was saying before, there's no fear of any of these guys, as good as Klopp was, and he's talking about all the pressure he was under, but he won't be begging on the side of the street for food in the near future, They're all very well taken care of, and it's all a bit of a hype and everything else. So there you are. My sports sumo, and my guy Kotoshuo got beaten by his fellow Mongolian Karishma. And if Karishma wins his last two bouts, he will be the new Yokozuna. He'll have two Mongolian Yokozunas again. And then, other than that, a little bit of golf. Shane Lowry playing in the States, and sadly he can't get two good rounds together. He started with a 66, which is 6 under, but coming near the end of the third round, I think he's something like 5 under or so. He's had two disappointing rounds. Other than that, the racing, and again, you watch my horses finish last or as near as made no difference. There's a fantastic couple of cards tomorrow in Doncaster, and especially at Cheltenham. I had a look through it, and it's definitely worth watching. They're the kind of races the more we're watching than betting on, because they're very high class. And I just ran through the card at Cheltenham. The first number of races, 12:05. An easy one to pick, Burdett Road, who will probably win at the real Cheltenham as well in March, 12:40. I picked a horse called Persian Time. And then the 115, a horse I like, Victorino. Reasonably good chance at a good price. The 150, That's All Right Gino. It's a good chance. And also though, I noticed Willie Mullins sent over a horse for that race, who's the outsider unusually, a horse called Capodanno. And I know Willie wouldn't be sending over a horse for the good of its health, so at a nice price that we're looking at as well. And then in the 410, all good races, and this is a very difficult one to pick, but for Johnny Deneen is really keen on a horse called Gidley Park. It would be probably about an evens favourite, and Johnny needs a winner this week because he's been a disaster so far. And then there's a couple of races at Doncaster that I looked at, and 205. Willie Mullins has the top two. He sent two over, and I had the second of his, as he's been the second favourite, Gala Marceau, I kind of like. And finally, 240, the big race in Doncaster, Destroy the Evidence. Anyway, that's something to fill things in with. Other than that, of course, something you'd have expected me to say straight, and I would have said straight away, except of course disappointed with Novak losing his semi-final to Sinner. Didn't see much of it, but the vibes coming back were, even what he was saying was he played unbelievably badly for the first two sets. And it seems a bit weird, because it's one thing Novak would always have been famous for he doesn't make mistakes, or as they call them sometimes, unforced errors. But he was just playing badly, and seriously, and then he got it going in the third set. But fair play to Sinner, he closed it out in the fourth, and as I said beforehand, it probably was a 50-50 match. But you would not expect Novak to play two such poor sets. As he said himself, the poorest Grand Slam game he probably has ever played. But that's how it goes. And now it's going to be Sinner against Medvedev. I said beforehand that whoever won, Djokovic and Sinner, would win. Medvedev, though, is a tough character, so we'll see what goes. It's going to be the women's now tomorrow. And as I said, I'd give, despite the fact that the betting gives the Chinese girl Zheng no chance, I'd give her a slight chance. I think she's pretty good. She's not as powerful as the Belarusian, but she's a great returner, very tough, and very accurate. So we'll see. I hope she wins it, to be honest. I really do, for whatever reason. So anyway, that's my lot for today, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Thank you for listening, and good night.